Fuck all you hoes. Get a grip, motherfucker. Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Raw G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a goal, but not your name. 'Cause you're the only one. I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap, I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, in dough for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear, putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a goal, but not the 'cause you're the only one. I'll give you good and clean. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom pimps an act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live. Cause I went from negative to positive and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know very well who you are. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Representing B-Town in the house. Junior Mafia, Math Label. Yeah.
I'm going to show you how men are going from this.
Shut the fuck up. Ah! Oh, God. Oh, these people are fucking retarded. See what other news I can pull up here. Alright, I guess that's enough shit I can talk about. Do I even want to talk about COVID? I don't really want to. I really don't. That's just a fucking lie I'm reading right there. Fucking cultist. Fucking cult. They live in a cult, and I'm tired of listening to it. So I'm clicking not interested. Where do we start? See what this is about. I hold my breath that it's just a bunch of. I'm not subscribed to the Washington Post. Hell no. I want to hold my breath and just going to like make a guess here that they're just making up some bullshit so they can try to like stop this. They really not want to happen. That's my guess. That's my guess. I'm just gonna guess that it's just like a witch hunt to stop this, because that's all these fuckers ever do. Okay, let's rate it. I'm not even gonna read it out loud. I'm just gonna see what's about, because I don't even know if I can want to talk about it. How many users is twittering at? A lot of bots. How many does Gab have? Or Parlor? $13 million? Probably more than that. I can't even. Let's read another one. See if this is worth talking about. Because I guarantee you it's not. Federal regulators that had received inquiries in recent weeks about Securities and Exchange Commission in the financial industry, regulatory authorities, CPACs, or shell companies that acquire private firms for the business of selling shares on the stock exchanges. It's that shit Nash is always talking about fucking stock, fucking whatever. I don't know. Why am I even wasting my time with this with the guy that's not even president anymore? I don't even understand why I'm doing this. Maybe someone can break it down for me better. I don't fucking even understand what they're talking about. Neither do I care. I don't care. It's just a fucking witch hunt. It's all it is. It's just a witch hunt. I'm just gonna take a guess, like it was the last two impeachments and everything else, that it's just like it's just a fucking witch hunt. Like the New York investigation and all that shit. Witch hunt. The New York investigation is just a way for them to like get Trump arrested because they already knew. Well, no shit, he did crooked shit. I know that. I knew that. But why are you concerned about it now? Is my question. So apparently, no U.S. government official will attend the Beijing Olympics in a human rights violation. Say good, fuck them. China's not a good place to live, it really ain't. At least Joe ain't completely down to China. I don't know. He's pretty. I don't think he's bowing down to China as much as I thought he would. I'll give him that. I'm not gonna be like some liberal and make up some fucking theories and shit. Some conspiracy theory bullshit. I ain't gonna do it. So apparently Tommy Fury pulled out. The guy talked all that shit and just pulled out at the end. It's like, what the fuck? He ran his mouth about all that shit, and then he just pulls out of the fight. It makes him look like a fucking clown. I'd be honest with you about it. It makes him look like a clown. See, that was Woodley and fucking Jake Paul again, I guess. If I had to guess, Woodley loses again, because that's just... He ain't the same man, so... that he used to be. So, I guess he loses. And Jeff Hardy got arrested smoking pot or drinking or DWI or stuffing. There's some people in life that just are complete fuck-ups. There's really nothing you can do about it. You'll never catch me drinking, driving, and shit like that, because I'm not a complete fuck-up. No offense against him, though. He's a sexy man, so that's all that matters. But when it comes to drinking, he's a complete fuck-up. When it comes to drinking, he's a complete... Rough night? What do you mean by rough night? That's probably nothing, actually. Actually, now that I think about it, that's just a big nothing burger. Who cares? Big nothing burger. Who gives a fuck? Is that the logo for WrestleMania this year?
WrestleMania returns live for 2 spectacular nights.
Why did they do 2 nights? Shit, that's fucking dumb. I don't like. I never liked that. That's just stupid to me. Whatever happened to just one night? You have one show, one night, and then the next night you have Raw. Whatever happened to that? Nobody wants to sit there for 2 fucking nights, and I'm not going to. Unless The Rock versus Roman Reigns happens, then we got something to talk about. But if that's not happening, I don't care. Unless it's somebody else. I don't know who it could be that make me interested. I scroll past Twitter one day, see the results, and that'll be the end of that. The Rock should come back for one more match. He should have one last retirement match. I really believe that. The Rock's bigger than he's ever been, both physically and publicly. Like everywhere I go, I see his fucking face. I go to the gas station, I see his fucking face. He's all over the place. Like when it comes to Hollywood, he's probably the guy in Hollywood. He probably is. See what he's talking about. Retard. I don't want to listen to it. Go cry in private, please. The fuck up, Brian Kemp. Roll up. These volcanoes worry me, honestly. At the same time, I don't care because I'm not really afraid of death as much as these people are. That's why you don't seem to care about climate change and all that fucking shit. I don't fucking care. What is me talking about going to change anything? It's not going to do nothing. That's stupid. God damn, look at those abs. Look at that. Yeah, hell yeah. This fucking...
Get it till it done! Go ahead,
Dad.
Come on! Johnny! Very John! Go on, Dad! Go on, Dad! Go on, son! Give it to him, Dad! Show it his boss! Come on! Come on!
Pete, does this job ever get easier?
Some of it, yeah. Some things never get easier, though. The city's falling apart. I have to find some way to stop Dr. Octavius and the villains before this gets worse. Show's over, Lee. You look tired, Parker. Why did I let this happen?
You're not alone anymore, Pete.
What do you owe the city, huh?
I don't get to pick and choose when I'm Spider-Man.
Give up on this, young blood!
My neighborhood.
You can do this. Miles, you can do this. Hey, come on. I've never known you to give up.
Okay, Pete. Yeah, I got this. Hey, Jonah, looking good. Very fast.
Too bad you can only play it on a console. On some console for a child. No, God. Some child's console. I felt like that a long time ago. Sometimes I think Twitter likes just like go away after a while. I know, maybe I'm wrong. How? How? I'm confused here. I don't understand. I always knew, man, Nunez was going to beat Cyborg. I just knew that was going to happen. I predicted that would happen. Some things I wish I recorded on YouTube. Wish I could that one. There's this one John Jones where I went on that one night when he went the second time he popped from roids. I just started great. I just started fucking almost had a heart attack. That was like Dale White. I didn't almost have a heart attack. That's over exaggeration. Oh.
Open a jar. Easy. Now you try. First, get a jar. Briar, that's having it.
Yeah.
You need a jar.
No?
No.
Yeah, I be cutting you like a DJ.
Aya! Aya! Aya!
Ninja style.
Aya! Ah!
Still can't believe Ryder had the most on anticlimactic death in GTA history. Ryder had the most anticlimactic death in gaming history, probably. Honestly, I could be. I don't know if they can top that. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I kind of like this cutscene right here. Let me find it. Let's figure out which one it is. Could be one of these. Yeah, it's this one, probably. Yeah, this
Carl! You're a fucking hero down in that list. I just spoke to my cousin.
Not with my people, I ain't. Shit's still fucked up. Man, I got homies I used to run with that turn their back on over this.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do, huh?
Fucking Ryder, man. That was my homie. And I killed him.
Fucking midget deserved it, eh? Little asshole tried to bang your sister, you know that?
No. For real? Shit. Maybe you right then, man, but...
Cheer the fuck up! You're going soft on me, man. You did something good, eh?
Yes, you did. But this isn't over yet.
What you mean?
Well, your former friends have a factory. And the way I see it, if you take that out, you will have put them out of business for good.
I gotta still finish that. There's some missions I haven't finished yet. I had to just replay on PC because I missed a lot of missions because it's just bullshit. I'm probably going to. Might start off with a save file though or something, I don't know.
Mendez, I see you, Rifa motherfucker!
Hey, Ryder, sherm-head asshole. Where you think you going?
Can't stop me.
He's headed for those boats!
That's recycled lines because I feel like the actor actually just quit. Like actor that voice actor that plays Ryder, I think he quit. That's apparently what I heard, like in a rumor or something. I don't even know if it was a rumor. It's probably
Don't
true.
worry about it. I got this.
That motherfucker drowned. God. Motherfucker just drowned. Good God. I'm gonna rewatch something out random. I remember that one. Good one though. This one's the good one.
Listen to me. We don't want to kill.
Is this protected by copyright? I don't know. Let me look. I'll get some old videos from back in the day. This guy did it, I guess.
Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you. But trust me, we will. Wake them up a little. This whole thing is pretty much done. We're more ghosts than people. You have got to keep faith. They will not crush us.
Let's find a way.
Good old Dutch. My best friend. You know how we met? Pair of hucksters trying to rob each other. Back in 78 or thereabouts.
You have to love yourself a fire. It's one of the blessings. Sure, we can have fire. And we can have the knowledge of fire. But with that comes the knowledge of everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a robbery.
Sons of Dutch. Makes us brothers. Sometimes, brothers make mistakes.
You'll never change. I know that.
All of you venerate savagery. And you will die savagely.
Get out here! Stay strong. Stay with me. You have to love yourself a fire.
Rockstar sticking to their schedule of one game per generation. For console generation. We're gonna stick to our one game every 7 years. And that's just how it's gonna be. This is the last Red Dead update. I know it's still updated. It's updated, but I don't remember why. It was never. It probably wasn't working for us. I didn't ever care.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over.
Oh, way better time period. Wish I did videos back then. Only shit I could talk about is the fucking world and how it's falling apart. I didn't really get interested. Like, I got Like I was not really talking, but I was just looking in. I discovered what politics was back in the Obama election. When Obama became president, I always knew who the president was. That's obvious. But I didn't really start getting political until the fucking Trump election. That's when I got started getting political. I used to never give a fuck about that shit. I miss that time, by the way. And my biggest interests were professional wrestling and fucking mixed martial arts and fucking gaming. Fuck Jim Saki, that line, bitch. I ain't gonna listen to it. That bitch, I would watch that bitch lie to everybody. I ain't gonna fucking stand for it. I ain't gonna do it. Mike Zero, look, I'm gonna go look at clickbait. We're gonna go experiment with clickbait. No offense to Mike Zero, but we're gonna experience it. We're gonna go through here. We're gonna look at clickbait. No, it's not coming. No, it ain't there. It ain't coming. This is happening. Huge details. Oh, God. Daisy Ridley returning. I actually hope she does. I actually like her. But it ain't like breaking news or nothing. Or I think it might not even be a huge deal. Might just be bullshit. He's actually slowed down with the clickbait lately. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's slowed down. And I also do not care. I'm actually fine with clickbait. Because it doesn't hurt nobody at all. Just because you accidentally clicked on a video and you get mad about it. But you fell for it doesn't mean that's hurting anybody. Now this is clickbait. No offense to Michael or nothing. This is clickbait. That's nasty. That's just no, that's nasty. Nothing's about to change. Bridget isn't pregnant. That's bullshit. She obviously is pregnant. That's just stupid. We're done with killing. I guarantee if I close with that video, it's a bunch of crap. Well, he's still getting views. I mean, that's actually a decent amount of views, in my opinion. Look at that bullshit. Or facing death. No, you're not. You're not facing death. I do miss Danny and Grandpa, though. I'll say that. That ain't clickbait. That's obvious. Mine too, by the way. Oh. His brother was a piece of shit. This guy will watch Hagee Rants or Jeff Hagee Show now. He was like, his brother was just like fucking like arrested him and shit. It was hilarious. And then when the cops showed up to arrest his drunk and junkie ass, he fucking bought the cops was Hagee Rants. What is this about?
We're giving you our biggest discount ever. For a limited time.
There's a couple things that bother Dad. Like, I'm gonna show you when he gets back. One thing that he hates the most is picking apart food with your hands.
Youngins, it's me, it's Chef AGV. We'll rub that chicken down real good. And yes, I wash my hands. So always ask me that. You wash your hands when you cook rib up? Like 2.5, 3 hours.
It's nostalgic. If I was Michael, I'll archive all these videos to a different site. Because, YouTube ain't to be trusted when it comes to keeping your videos safe. In my opinion. One day you wake up and your videos, all your channels are just deleted because YouTube decided you're a problem. Bullshit.
I gotta talk about Korea.
Man, looking back on it, that whole North Korea shit, that was just all big scam from the American people. That country was not free at all.
I gotta talk about.
That's just because Barack Obama just allowed them to run their fucking mouth for 8 years straight, and then Trump got in there and told them to shut the fuck up. We're gonna replay that, by the way. We're gonna find that. Trump. Man, Trump went over to that country himself and told that motherfucker to shut his goddamn mouth. Like, until you go run your mouth right to my face, bitch. So he basically
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United
States. This is a commander-in-chief when the people is threatened. When the American people is threatened, this is how the president should react every time.
United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen. He has been very threatening, beyond a normal statement. And as I said, they will be met with fire, fury, and frankly power, the likes of which this world has never seen before. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. He fucking meant it too. Like he was ready to bomb the shit out of that country. He had to. He was ready to bomb the shit out of that. Oh God.
All the gifts you really can't wait to unwrap. Joyfully.
A new exchange of threatening words between the United States and North Korea, and that comes after each country carried out its own demonstration of national resolve. First, the president responded to the foreign minister of North Korea, who was in New York and appearing at the UN on Saturday. The president tweeted, "Just heard foreign minister of North Korea speak at UN. If he echoes thoughts of Little Rocket Man, they won't be around much longer." North Korea's foreign minister had referred to Mr. Trump as President Evil and said that his threats of military action would make rockets...
Sure, you're the one threatening to nuke entire countries for no fucking reason, you piece of shit. President Evil. Good God, what's going on? It's when President Evil showed up, you shut your fucking mouth. Oh God, let's see, look at this shit.
President Trump's tweets overnight about North Korea.
Fucking. about your former vice president. Give a shit about presidential behavior. I really don't. I really don't care. Because, matter of fact, Joe Biden ain't presidential. He really ain't. He's not.
Do you think these are irresponsible tweets?
You know what's irresponsible? Going 8 years with no action, nothing, just ignoring it. Just ignoring it and just waiting for it to fucking blow up in your face. That's irresponsibility.
The rest of the world, friend and foe alike, has, over the last, for a long time, at least the time I've been here, 8 presidents I've known, even when a drastic change occurs in the ideology of a president, have expected a continuum of presidential behavior.
There's no room for presidential behavior when you're at a time of war or a time before war. You know what ain't presidential at all? Sitting there and doing nothing and just let it, hope it will blow over. That's irresponsibility.
Matters. It's not just a matter of manners. It's
manners with somebody that's threatening to nuke your entire country. That's the, what the fuck would you need manners for, sir? Joe, former Vice President Joe.
a matter of perception of whether the United States is being consistent and whether the United States is still as stable and as steady a player in the world as it always has been. I think it shows really poor judgment for the president to perform the way he does, particularly with tweets, but not just with his tweets. Words matter.
Oh, the
Look,
tweets! The tweets! Oh god, the tweets! The tweets! We got good policy and everything else, but the tweets! Oh god! Not the tweets!
War that's worse than one that's intended is one.
You see how fucking stupid these people were? The only thing they could talk about back then was tweets. Oh, the economy's booming. The country's in for tax exchange. We finally have a president with a fucking spine. And this motherfucker's talking about some fucking tweets. Give me a fucking break.
One that's unintended.
If Joe Biden would have run like if the election was in 2019, this motherfucker would have got smashed. Trump would have smashed him into the fucking pavement. Fucking pathetic. Media used that COVID shit and over-exaggerated it to the point that the whole fucking country just fucking was fucking, you know, in panic mode. Going on emotion and panic over some fake bullshit. Not saying COVID's fake, don't give me a strike. I said fake in the sense that Trump was fucking that Joe Biden will be better for it than Trump, which he obviously wasn't. Because look at it now.
This is not a game. This is not about you know, can I puff my chest out bigger than your chest?
It's about you're not going to attack this fucking country or we're going to blow you into the fucking pavement. That's what it's about. It ain't about that stupid retarded shit.
It's just not. It's not presidential.
Let me show you something about presidential. I was thinking about this. Jen Psaki and Trump are exactly the fucking like when it comes to press conferences. There's like no difference in the way they act at all. Like it's fucking dumb. Trump changed the landscape, honestly. He really did. Why not spell presidency like that? God. Why not even spell presidency? I thought I was looking for. There ain't nothing wrong. I don't even want Joe to be presidential. I want him to just be who the fuck it is, so I know who he is. It's like I said with Trump. I want him to fucking speak his mind, so I know what he's talking, so I know what he's thinking, what his plans are, and everything like that. So I'm happy Joe's not like.
Why are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr.
Even Obama, like. Back when Obama was president, he acts totally different than he does now. Like Obama, like he acts like Trump now. I have to show you a video. He acts like Trump now. He doesn't even act like Obama.
President?
Obama used to like fake shit and like hide his emotions and shit. Like now he just fucking says whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I'm not confident changing behavior. What the hell? What do you do all the time? So when did I say I was confident?
You said in the next 6 months you'll be able to determine.
What I said was, let's get it straight.
I watched this on live TV, by the way. It was fucking hilarious.
I said what will change their behavior is if the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. I'm not confident of anything. I'm just stating the fact.
But given his past behavior has not changed, and in that press conference after sitting down with you for several hours, he denied any involvement in cyber attacks, he downplayed human rights abuses, he even refused to say Alexei Navalny's name. So how does that account to a constructive meeting as President Putin?
If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business.
Is the summit with China next?
I owe my last questioner an apology. I shouldn't have been such a wise guy with the last answer I gave. Look, to be a good reporter, you got to be negative. You got to have a negative view of life. Okay, it seems to me the way you never ask a positive question. Why, in fact,
he should never apologize. That was just retarded. If anything, you should just admit that she was right, because she actually was. What the fuck did you do? You didn't do nothing. You were over here celebrating and you didn't do a fucking thing. You didn't say nothing to Putin. You just cowered down to him, you fucking coward. He's a liar. Trump was way tougher on Russia. If you think otherwise, you're retarded. I'm going to show you a tweet to prove otherwise. It's a bunch of bullshit. You people waving a fuck, waving the stupidest sort of shit in the world. Let's see. Is that the full tweet? Alright, here it is. Russia vows to shoot down any missiles fired at Syria. Get ready, Russia, because they're fucking coming. That's what he wanted to say. Nice and David Smart. You wouldn't be part of this gas-killing animal who kills his people and enjoys it. That's tough on Russia. You know what ain't tough on Russia? It is. Look.
having agreement, we'll find out. We have an agreement to work on a major arms control agreement. I started working on arms control agreements back all the way during the Cold War. If we could do one in the Cold War, why couldn't we do one now? We'll see. The thing that always amazed me about the questions, and I apologize for having been short on this before. If you were in my position, would you say, well, I don't think, man, anything's going to happen. It's going to be really rough. I think it's going to really be bad. You guarantee nothing happens. You guarantee nothing happens. So far, there's a value to being realistic and put on an optimistic front, an optimistic face.
Like, it's like Black on and on and on. Oh, God. Is there anything else to talk about? There's a not interested button. Light him up, light him up. Apparently, Obama deleted his Twitter. I don't know why he deleted his Twitter. I can only guess. I think he read that old ass tweet that I'm talking about how what it would like to kill somebody like that. That's just the thing with it with me. It makes me feel like everything is like planned, because why the fuck did everything like that come out when it got old school like tweet, old school like cartoon, yeah, everything. It's weird to me. It's like it's the weirdest shit. That's what gives these conspiracy theories like going to that fucking all these predictions and shit.
Show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history.
What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're talking about Alec Baldwin because he continues to become more and more unhinged as the days progress. And I guess that's what happens when you literally kill a woman that you were on the set of a movie with. And then he continues to try to make excuses after excuse. He continues to virtue signal. He continues to act elite. He continues to act like a narcissist. His wife is out there doing it. And now he has deleted his Twitter account completely right after this overly produced Hollywood commercial is what it seemed like, that was advertising his interview. This was Hollywood trying to control the narrative. It's disgusting, but this is what these people are all about. So first we have this over on Fox where it says, Alec Baldwin deletes Twitter account following...
I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about earlier about Obama. Like, Obama does not act like he used to. He acts like Trump now. Let me find it. I was the kind of guy it's funny, entertain me. I want some entertainment. Obama's good enough speaker to entertain me, so I want to see it. Michelle's a lying clown. Like, she should just stay out of the picture. Like, she doesn't even know what she's talking about. Seriously. Where's the fucking... Watch this one.
It's like when Russia puts bounties on the heads.
Oh, we're starting off right off the gate, are we? That never happened. Let's play that. Let's play that.
Flash warning signs about a virus. A president can't ignore him. He can't be AWOL.
You mean ignore him like you did?
Just like when Russia puts bounties on the heads of our soldiers in Afghanistan, the commander-in-chief can't be missing in action.
That never happened. Russia, even the Biden administration admitted that was bullshit. Like that, they admitted that was bullshit. And I asked the question, if that's bullshit, what else they were talking about is bullshit with Trump? Everything. How about that? Literally everything. Remember those Russia bounties for dead U.S. troops? Biden administration says with CIA intel is non-conclusive. Lies! Bullshit! Bullshit! Where's the fact checkers? Fact checkers, where they at? I heard some dumbass clown. Some dumbass fucking clown. Oh, Trump lied more than Biden because the Washington Post said so. You know why? You wanna know why? Because shit like this goes unchecked. Right here.
Just like when Russia puts bounties on the heads of our soldiers in Afghanistan, the commander-in-chief can't be missing in action.
Yeah, Obama never lied to you once, did he? Ever. My fucking ass. Liar.
Now, last time I was in
Alright, we'll see Obama act like Trump. We're gonna watch it.
Philadelphia, I was at the Constitution Center. And I was delivering a speech for the Democratic National Convention this year.
We're gonna get started. This is boring.
But it hasn't happened. I did hope, for the sake of the country, to continue my policies, but I did hope for the that I never thought Donald Trump would embrace my vision or continue my policies, but I did hope, for the sake of the country, that he might show some interest in taking the job seriously. But it hasn't happened. He hasn't shown any interest in doing the work or helping anybody but himself and his friends, or treating the presidency like a reality show that he can use to get attention.
Are you talking about yourself? When is one time you ever took anything seriously, bro? Ever. And are you fucking kidding me? You have the nerve to say that this motherfucker... What did he say? Let's go back.
But it hasn't happened. In taking the job seriously.
Taking the job seriously? Doesn't matter if he's taking the job seriously. He did a way better job than you ever fucking did. So it doesn't even fucking matter if he did or not. We're not even gonna get into that. Waste of time.
Or treating the presidency like a...
I got stamps for my facts too. I got economic records. Fucking policy. I got everything. The climate, inflation, I got it all.
A reality show that he can use to get attention.
A great philosopher once said, life begins at 40. When you come back from tour, you're supposed to come back with laryngitis.
And by the way, even then his TV ratings are down. So you know that upsets him.
Grow up. Dumbass. Love of God, grow up.
But
every time Fox News says something slightly negative about you, you fucking cry like a baby. Fucking grow up.
The thing is, this is not a reality show, this is reality.
Okay, then where were you for 8 fucking years? That's my question. If this is reality, where were you for 8 fucking years? Clown.
And the rest of us have had to live with the consequences of him proving himself incapable of taking the job seriously.
Bro, we're still suffering from your fucking presidency. You took the masculinity out of these fucking men. Like, you seriously just snapped it away from. We're still suffering from your fucking shit presidency. We're never gonna get the fuck out of it. It's done. You fucking killed this country, and there's no going back. So I don't even bring that up.
At least 220,000 Americans.
We're gonna bring the pandemic up, okay? We're gonna
have
show
died.
you.
More than 100,000 small businesses have closed. Millions of jobs are gone.
This bitch shut up. I don't give a fuck. Let's find it. Is there a way I can like bookmark my bookmarks where I can search the bookmarks? Or should I just look it up myself? We'll just look it up.
Our proud reputation around the world is in tatters. Presidents up for re-election usually ask if the country is better off than it was 4 years ago. Well, I'll tell you one thing. 4 years ago, you'd be tailgating here at the link instead of watching a speech from your cars. The only people truly better off than they were 4 years ago are the billionaires who got his tax cuts. Right now, as we speak, Trump won't even extend relief to the millions of families who are having trouble paying the rent or putting food on the table because of this pandemic. But he's been doing all right by himself. As it turns out, this was just reported in the last 48 hours. We know that he continues to do business with China because he's got a secret Chinese bank account. You think, you think my, you think, you think, you think Fox News might have been a little concerned about? You think, listen, can you imagine if I had a secret Chinese bank account when I was running for re-election? You think Fox News might have been a little concerned about that? They would have called me Beijing Barry. It is not a great idea to have a president who owes a bunch of money to people overseas. That's not a good idea. Idea. I mean, of the taxes Donald Trump pays, he may be sending more to foreign governments than he pays in the United States. His first year in the White House, he only paid $750 in federal income tax. Listen, my first job was at a Baskin Robbins when I was 15 years old. I think I might have paid more taxes that year working at a dispensing ice cream. How is that possible? How many people here paid less than that? It's possible, just possible now, that if you are living high on the hog and you only pay $750 in taxes, that maybe, just maybe, he might not know what working people are going through here in Pennsylvania. We cannot afford 4 more years of this, Philadelphia. But the good news is, right now you can choose change. Right now, you can vote for my friend Joe Biden and his running mate Kamala Harris as the next president and vice president of the United States of America. Now, Joe's no stranger to here. He's a native son. Scrappy kid from Scranton. You know him. And you know he knows you. But let me tell you how I came to know him and how I came to love him. 12 years ago, when I chose Joe Biden as vice president, as my vice presidential running mate, I didn't know Joe all that well. We had served in the Senate together, but we weren't super close. He and I came from different places. We came from different generations. But I came to admire Joe as a man who has learned early on to treat everybody he meets with dignity and respect. Living by the words his parents taught him, no one's better than you, Joe, but you're better than nobody. And that empathy, that decency, that belief that everybody counts, that's who Joe
cocaine, no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, 1/4 of $1. We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice. Under our forfeiture statutes, you can, the government can, take everything you own, everything from your car to your house, your bank account, not merely what they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction that you've just got caught engaging in. They can take everything. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society. They are in jail, away from my mother, your husband, our families. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
You know,
Joe is. That's who he'll be. And I can tell you the presidency doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you are. And Joe has shown himself to be a friend of working people. For 8 years, Joe was the last one in the room when I faced a big decision. He made me a better president, and he's got the character and experience to make us a better country. And he and Kamala are going to be in the fight, not for them. Themselves, but for every single one of us.
Why was that?
Look, I get that this president wants full credit for the economy he inherited and zero blame for the pandemic that he ignored. But you know what? The job doesn't work that way. Tweeting at the television doesn't fix things. Making stuff up doesn't make people's lives better. You've got to have a plan. You've got to put in the work. And along with the experience to get things done, Joe Biden has concrete plans and policies that will turn our vision of a better, fairer, stronger country into a reality. We literally left this White House a pandemic playbook that would have shown them how to respond before the virus reached our shores. They probably used it to, I don't know, prop up a wobbly table somewhere. We don't know where that playbook went. Eight months into this pandemic, cases are rising again across this country. Donald Trump isn't suddenly going to protect all of us. He can't even take the basic steps to protect himself. Just last night, he complained up in Erie that the pandemic made him go back to work. I'm quoting here. He was upset that the pandemic's made him go back to work. If he'd actually been working the whole time, it never would have gotten this bad. So look, here's the truth. I want to be honest here. This pandemic would have been challenging for any president. But this idea that somehow this White House has done anything but completely screw this up is just not true. I'll give you a very specific example. Korea identified its first case at the same time that the United States did. At the same time, their per capita death toll is just 1.3% of what ours is. In Canada, it's just 39% of what ours is. Other countries are still struggling with the pandemic, but they're not doing as bad as we are because they've got a government that's actually been paying attention. And that means lives lost. And that means an economy that doesn't work. And just yesterday, when asked if he'd do anything differently, Trump said, not much. Really? Not much? Nothing you can think of that could have helped some people keep their loved ones alive? So Joe's not going to screw up testing. He's not going to call scientists idiots. He's not going to host a super spreader event at the White House. Joe will get this pandemic under control with a plan to make testing free and widely available, to get a vaccine to every American cost-free, and to make sure our frontline heroes never to ask other countries for the equipment they need. His plan will guarantee paid sick leave for workers and parents affected by the pandemic. and make sure that the small businesses that hold our communities together and employ millions of Americans can reopen safely. You know, Donald Trump likes to claim he built this economy, but America created created 1.5 million more jobs in the last 3 years of the Obama-Biden administration than in the first 3 years of the Trump-Pence administration. How you figure that? And that was before Pence Biden administration. Then in the first 3 years, last 3 years of the Obama-Biden administration, 5 million more jobs in the last 3 years of the Obama-Biden administration, million more jobs. But America created 1.5 million more jobs in the last 3 years of the Obama-Biden administration than in the first 3 years of the Trump-Pence administration. How you figure that? And that was before he could blame the pandemic. Now, he did inherit the longest streak of job growth in American history, but just like everything else he inherited, he messed it up. The economic damage he inflicted by botching the pandemic response means he will be the first president since Herbert Hoover to actually lose jobs. Joe's got a plan to create 10 million good, clean energy jobs as part of a historic $2 trillion investment to fight climate change, to secure environmental justice. And he'll pay for it by rolling back that tax cut for billionaires. And Joe sees this moment not just as a chance to get back to where we were, but to finally make long overdue changes so that our economy actually makes life a little easier for everybody. The waitress trying to raise her kid on her own.
I don't know that there are a lot of Cubans or Venezuelans, Americans who believe that. The truth of the matter is that My policies are so mainstream that, you know, if I had said the same policies that I have back in the 1980s, I'd be considered a moderate Republican. I mean, you know, what I believe in is a tax system that's fair. I don't think government can solve every problem. I think that we should make sure that we're helping young people go to school. We should make sure that our government is building good roads and bridges and hospitals and airports so that you know, we have a good infrastructure. I do believe that it makes sense that everybody in America, as rich as this country is, shouldn't go bankrupt because they get sick. So the things I believe in are things that I think most of your viewers believe in.
The student trying to figure out how to pay for next semester's classes. The shift worker who's always on the edge of getting laid off. The cancer survivor who's worried about her pre-existing conditions protections being taken away. Let me tell you something, Pennsylvania. This I know to be true. Joe and Kamala will protect your health care and expand Medicare and make insurance more affordable for everybody. You know, Republicans love to say right before an election that they'll protect your pre-existing conditions. Now, Joe and I actually protected your policies to make sure people with pre-existing conditions could get health insurance and have coverage. We did it through something called the Affordable Care Act. AKA Obamacare. And Republicans tried to repeal or undermine it more than 60 times. And when they've been asked about it, they keep on promising, we're going to have a great replacement. They said, it's coming. It's been coming in 2 weeks for the last 10 years. Where is it? Where is this great plan to replace Obamacare? They've had 10 years to do it. There is no plan. They've never had one. Instead, they've attacked the Affordable Care Act at every turn, driving up costs, driving up the uninsured. Now they're trying to dismantle your care in the Supreme Court as we speak. as quickly as they can in the middle of a pandemic with nothing but empty promises to take its place. It's shameful. The idea that you would take health care away from people at the very moment where people need it most, what is the logic of that? There is no logic. Joe knows that the first job of a president is to keep us safe from all threats, foreign, domestic, or microscopic. When the daily intelligence briefings flash warning signs about a virus, a president can't ignore them. He can't be AWOL. Just like when Russia puts bounties on the heads of our soldiers in Afghanistan, I can tell you this, Joe Biden would never call the men and women of our military suckers or losers. Who does that? He knows these heroes are somebody somebody's children, somebody's spouse, somebody's dad or mom. He understands that. And he's going to restore our standing in the world because he knows that America's true strength comes from setting an example that the world wants to follow. A nation that stands with democracy, not dictators. A nation that can mobilize and inspire others to overcome threats like climate change and terrorism and poverty and disease. And with Joe and Kamala at the helm, you're not going to have to think about the crazy things they said every day. And that's worth a lot. You're not going to have to argue about them every day. It just won't be so exhausting. You might be able to have a Thanksgiving dinner without having an argument.
You can easily train yourself to listen faster.
You'll be able to go about your lives knowing that the president is not going to retweet conspiracy theories. We wouldn't tolerate it from a high school principal, crazy uncle somewhere, you know. Yeah, he's I mean, why would we expect and accept this from the and racist.
Younger than I am. I want to welcome all the cabinet members and honored guests joining us today, including the father of our Secretary of State, who served in the Army Air Corps during World War II, Ambassador Donald Blinken, whose birthday is today. And I just want to tell you, I know you're a little younger than I am. The attitude of the great Negro at the time, pitcher in the Negro Leagues, went on to become a great pitcher in the pros.
And it frays the fabric of our society. And it affects how our children see things. And it affects the ways that our families get along. It affects how the world looks at America. That behavior matters. Character matters. All that. And by the way, while he's doing all that, it distracts all of us from the truly destructive actions that his appointees are doing all across the government, actions that affect your lives. You know, the Environmental Protection Agency that's supposed to protect our air and our water, now it's run by a corporate lobbyist who's declared war on workers, guts protections to keep essential folks safe during a pandemic. Makes it easier for big corporations to shortchange them on their wages. The Interior Department. That's supposed to protect our public lands and wild spaces, our wildlife and our wilderness. And right now, the person who runs Medicaid right now is doing their best to kick people off of Medicaid instead of sign them up for Medicaid. Come on.
Okay, one tip we wanted to pass along. It's not rocket science, but highly recommend.
When Joe and Kamala are in charge, they're not going to surround themselves with hacks and lobbyists, but they're going to point quality for your family, for your health, for your security, for your planet. And that, more than anything, is what separates them from their opponents. They actually care about every American, including the ones that don't agree with them. And they're going to fight for you every day. They care about you, and they care about this democracy. They believe in a democracy. The right to vote is sacred.
There is no evidence that they actually tampered with voting booths or tampered with voting rolls, but there is clear evidence that they, in fact, were engaged in activities designed to try to impact on the outcome of the election.
Evidence of any American cooperation with the Russians in doing that?
I'm not going to comment on that, Judy. I don't want to comment on any of the detail of the report. There will be an unclassified version that will be released very shortly.
And that we shouldn't be making people wait in line for 10 hours to cast their ballot. We should be making it easier for everybody to vote. They believe that no one. Now, last time I was in, get it right. Attorneys and state's attorneys and sheriffs and police chiefs founded protesting injustice. The highest bidder. You've got the education department that's, imagine